Peace, peace. Happy now. Now is the vibrate, of course. We're not going too far in the future. We're not going too far in the past. Right now. Right now, just want to share. I came across this quote in this Tao Te Ching book again. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Tao, but it was basically a statement speaking on, matter of fact, I'm about to quote from the book. A mind free of thought, merged within itself, beholds the essence of Tao. A mind filled with thought, identified with its own perceptions, beholds the mere forms of this world. And it speaks on more than that, but I highlighted that aspect, and then all of a sudden a little download came to me. It was like, yeah, like the information is already inside of us. Like, do you see a tree reading a book, like a walnut tree reading a book on how to be a walnut tree, or a fig tree reading a book on how to be a fig tree, or a dog reading a book about how to be a Dalmatian, or how to be a Chihuahua, or how to be, like it just, they they don't have no excessive thoughts and egoic mind to block their soul essence from just being what it is, And that's what we're moving into, is recognizing that a lot of these external things that we look in and that we embrace is, polluting our soul. And it's time for us to get back to a place of, being in alignment with our inner source, being in alignment with our heart, and just doing, when I say doing what feels right, you could feel when you're doing something, like, because it is a difference. Like, say for instance, do what you feel, and you might feel like eating a chocolate cake, but in that moment though, you know that, all right, say for instance, if I've been eating a lot of sweets or something like that, I know that this chocolate cake will be unhealthy for me in the long run, and that maybe this is not coming from, my soul, but more so, my taste buds, that want to taste something sweet, and not the aspect of me that's looking out for my soul, But just getting in alignment with our soul purpose. And right now it's getting very important, to make sure we're releasing all external ideas and entities, like any ideas we may picked up from certain, like religious literature or spiritual literature, whatever the case may be. But it's certain things that we picked up on externally that's not in benefit for our soul alignment, And another thing too, right now, remembering again to let go of rigid rule following, go with the flow of your heart. Don't overthink it. Trust higher self, trust your inner source, trust that everything, is gonna, turn out well. And always realize too that there's never nothing bad happening to you, or there's never anything going wrong. Whenever there's something, quote unquote, what society calls bad or going wrong with somebody, is actually a universe, or your higher self, putting you through something to allow for you to grow from it and expand to a higher level. Like, say for instance, if I'm constantly going through an aspect of, like, spending my funds too quick, having to go through that aspect of, like, seeing like how it feels to go without funds and not have money saved, I could be like, oh man, that's fucked up, or that's bad. Or I could be like, thank you, universe, I see how you're helping me to realize the importance of this, so that I could transform into a being that deals with, with the current flow better, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going through these aspects in order to learn how to do this better and become greater, Like, again, resistance makes stronger. It's not the person who's sitting down as a couch potato that's getting their muscles stronger. It's the person who's actually putting resistance against their muscles. Because think about it, when we're lifting weights, you're putting something against yourself. The same thing with our life experiences. We have certain things put against us. And again, put against us for lack of a better word, getting on a soul level, soul contract level, soul purpose, where we chose certain, aspects and things to play out a certain way in order to experience things in a certain light and gain certain wisdom due to our experience, you know. But again, just realizing how much is about, going within and realizing a lot of this information is already inside of us. And again, take what resonate, leave what don't. I'm not telling everybody, hey, everybody, stop reading right now and just only, I'm not telling you that. What I am saying is we are capable of activating certain information, like we have access to the Akashic records, access to infinite information is all within. We just have to tap into it, so and again, we're tapping into it just by trusting in the guidance and going with the flow of what we truly feel and love, what we love to do and really want to do from from being balanced on the mind, body, and soul level, actions that's within alignment with the mind, body, and soul being aligned. But that's basically it. Just sharing this aspect to speak on again how much is about going within and going to your own inner guidance right now. And right now, again, remember I did a video about it being trigger season. We coming across each other, and I might have a certain parasitic energy in me that's trying to jump to somebody else, and they got a certain parasitic energy that that's of a different ideal or consciousness that's trying to jump onto me. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be aware. Also, setting boundaries. I'm becoming a vibrational snob again in that sense. Like, I'm not just dealing, because again, is that serious? Not to be taken serious is to take the childlike nature out of it, but to be serious as far as accountable and aware that, again, we are walking universes and people trying to tap into our portals. Like we could give our energy away by dealing with people who's, looking to take energy and not give energy back to us. We have to hold ourselves accountable and aware for these different aspects. And again, and even within our own realms, like if I know I'm smoking herb, but that's not a part of the terms and conditions for one of my brethren or sistren that's on their growth, I gotta do my best to be aware, to not try to bring that, to, how I say, to allow for that energy to try to hop onto that person. And not saying that herb smoking is a bad thing in essence, but more so like, say for instance, if I've been smoking and it's, again, it's like I'm not smoking the herb, but the herb smoking me, aka the kind of like a parasitic energy that deals with herb has latched on to me, and now I smoke not out of being in alignment with my soul, but because I'm trying to feed this herb parasite. So again, when I go around brethren or sistren, I'm gonna be aware, like, hey, I know I'm dealing with this energy, so I'm not even gonna present this herb or smoke this herb around them, because I know they don't deal with that on their growth. It's being accountable and aware, because again, at the end of the day, you held accountable for dealing with your own energy, but also, on an empathetic level, of just understanding like what it is to be on the growth, to not cross the boundaries of anybody else, because you're aware of setting your own boundaries. You know what I'm saying? So, just having that awareness, I don't care if it's your mama, daddy, your favorite star being, I say favorite star being, but you're one of your closest brethren and sister, whatever the case may be. We all dealing with different energies, and different triggers, and we should be aware, again, of what's going on inside of us, because again, it's not, more and more, getting to the importance of again, not taking too much from this external realm, especially when it has to do with rigid rules or, taking in somebody else's point of view. Again, that's why it's important, why I'm always saying take what resonate, leave what don't, especially a lot lately, because, I don't want nobody to get caught up in trying to follow what I'm saying just because of the programming, because again, that's a parasite as far as the programming that tells you, hey, I gotta listen to this person because they got a lot of viewers, Like, that's a parasite. That's the constructs of this matrix that then promoted that preacher-like vibe, like to have you looking externally, looking for a teacher or a pastor or a guru or a preacher or whatever. You know, that's that energy trying to stop you from, you know, going within and going inward. So as an activation key, I always say this in my videos, so just in case uh, you may be being under attack of that like parasitic energy, again, that has you trying to look for external messiah. You know, that's why I say these things in the video, so it could click to your soul like, oh shit, you know, I shouldn't even be following this person, or, you know, I need to strengthen my own inner guidance, you know, but that's very key right now, again. But you know, that's basically it. Remembering the information is already inside. Nothing in nature has to read a book to learn how to be itself. You know, do you see a bee going to school? Does a bee go to school all its life? Like, think about that. Like, the insanity of this matrix realm where we create, you know, jobs and schools that you go to most of your life. And when it's all said and done, you really don't get to, you know, live your life. Like, you spent most of it, you know, going to school or working some job that you didn't want. And then when you get to the age where your bones start to, which, you know, of course, that's another societal thing too, because they have all these unhealthy foods. But when you get to an age where, you know, you're getting older, so you're not able to move as quick as you were, you know, at a younger age, now you're able to live your life free, like at the age of like 50 or 60. Like, you know, it's damn near time to transition. And again, from the aspect of the life expectancy due to, you know, all these prescription pills and unhealthy foods and stuff like that. Again, you spend most of your you know, your now not in alignment with your soul when you're in that realm, you know. And that's another thing too, for us to be aware, to unplug more, you know, turn the cell phones off any chance we could get, you know, of course, not paying attention to, you know, again, any external, like, if your inner being, or and even with that, you know, because I'm like, everything is within, you know. We'll get the insight to move to another place if a tidal wave is going to hit our town or whatever, let's just say, you know what I'm saying, because things are going to shift. But if a certain thing is going to happen in a certain area, the news is not going to tell you your news is within, is having your third eye open, and having, you know, open heart chakra and balanced chakra system that allows for you to tap into this information. You know, when we're unbalanced and we're in fearful mode in some way, form, or fashion, you know, that blocks us from being tapped in to this information, you know, and being connected to the point of where we don't need no news or nothing externally telling us what to do, because the information is coming to us. Matter of fact, within our dreams, you know, because again, this is a dream realm itself. This is a dense dream realm, but then in our high vibrational, you know, never-ending story / dream realm, you know, because our existence is a never-ending story in general, but our physical existence with these bodysuits are temporary, you know what I'm saying? But our soul energy, and also realizing too, everybody doesn't have a soul, you know, like this aspect, again, where certain beings trying to preach this, and this where, again, you got to know thyself and trust, because again, certain beings present this information in a way that will make you feel bad, like, oh, you trying to say you're a god and this and that, which they don't realize that that's your insecurity. Like, if you're worried about somebody, like, I could see if somebody was saying they're like something and like, hey, I'm over you, you should listen to me. But if a person is saying like, hey, you know, some people have souls, some don't, you know, some sentience reach a certain level, some, you know, or some at a certain level, some not, you know what I'm saying? That's not for us to create a hierarchy out of it, but only somebody who's either trying to be, who has a superiority complex or an inferiority complex would be like, oh, well, no, we can't, you know, we just gotta say everything is, you know, like, so even soulless people, we gotta say they have a soul just to be, you know, moralistically right. That's a human moralistic system. That's not the true essence of what's true, you know, what's truly going on in this realm, you know. But again, just realizing that, uh, again, refraining from, too much external energies coming within. You know, it's all right for us to watch a YouTube video or tap into these books or energies if it's resonating with our soul and our heart, you know what I'm saying? But not doing it out of the sense of, because spirituality say, I got to do this, then let me do this. Like, it should never be out of fear. It should be because you love to do it and really want to do it. You know, that's another thing too. But that's basically it. Peace. Peace. Happy now. Now is a vibrate, of course. Not going too far in the future. Not going too far in the past. Right now is the only thing that exists is this moment. You don't have to go externally to find out how to operate internally. You know, we can use the books and literature, but we got the inner guidance already within. Peace, peace. Happy now.